Do you find it difficult to manifest your dreams? Do you feel like your desires are impossible to reach? That they're just not attainable? This is because we need to manifest from a place of love. And oftentimes we're trying to manifest from a place of fear. We're like, I want this, but is it even possible? I want this, but do I even deserve it? I want this, but am I crazy for even thinking this? This is the thing. The universal power in this universe is love. When we live in love, we can create miracles. We can create anything we desire, because everything we desire already exists. But if we're not reaching for it with love, it will not come to us. We need to start manifesting through love instead of fear. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach and I specialize in healing after narcissistic abuse. This is the thing. We are created. This universe was created. Everything in this universe was created through love. This is it. We wouldn't be here if love didn't exist. This is how we manifest our desires. And this is the beauty of the law of attraction. Now, I read The Secret back when I started my spiritual journey and it fucking changed my life. It actually was my Bible. I lived by it. But there's a kind of a sequel to that book called The Power. And it speaks of living in love and how it can manifest through love. And this is it. And I was an instant manifester when I first discovered the law of attraction. Because of a relapse, my heart closed up. And and that's what I've discovered. My delays, there's nothing delayed. Everything is exactly as it's supposed to be for our path. But the things that I've wanted seem to take a little bit longer because my heart was blocked. And you cannot receive your abundance if your heart is blocked. I was able to give love, but I wasn't able to receive the abundance that I was, aspiring to achieve. And that's the thing. We have to manifest from a place of love. And this was really big for me while my heart was still closed. I was literally going, this is what I really want. I was visualizing it. And then all of a sudden I was just like, yeah, but is it really possible? Do I deserve it? Am I good enough? All of these things come in. And this is we're creatures of habit. We just live in fear. We literally try to manifest from a place of fear. We're like this, we sometimes we don't even dream big because we're afraid. We're afraid we'll fail. We're afraid we're not good enough. We're afraid that we don't belong in certain situations. We're afraid that we don't deserve love. We're afraid that we're just not worthy of this, manifestation. And that's what blocks us. And that's what blocks our manifestations. There's certain things, I'll give you some examples. If you're dreaming of a holiday, but you keep saying, I don't have the money for that, you can't manifest that holiday. But if you try and manifest the holiday by completely, getting rid of the fear and just start picturing yourself on that holiday, it can actually manifest in effortlessly. And it's simple things. It's about living from that place of love, that desire. We need to imagine something, then we need to feel it in order to receive it. And this is the beauty of manifestation and manifestation through love. You need to love what you desire as if it's already yours, whether that be a relationship, whether that be a career, a purpose, a holiday, a pet. We need to live in that love. And, I'll give another example, for me, my poor dog died in June, and I was wondering would I get another, because my other dog was getting lonely, and I was like, I need to get another puppy or a kitten. But I was sending out mixed signals because obviously I was just like, am I ready for another pet? And all of this fear was coming through my mind, and I was like, giving out, crossed wires to the universe. So there was nothing coming in. And one Sunday, I was just like, no, right, I'm getting a kitten. I decided I'm getting a kitten. And how do I get a kitten? And I was like, if somebody came to me with a kitten in the morning, I'm not ready for a kitten. There's no space. I need to make space. I need to get a cat bone. I need to get a cat litter. I need to get a cat tray. So I actually bought all these things. When I decided that I wanted a kitten, I started imagining having a kitten. I lived in love. I started imagining cuddling that kitten. And I got all the stuff that I needed just in case I got a kitten. 4 days later, I manifested my kitten. You know what I mean? This is how it happened. So I prepared myself as if it was already mine. This is the thing. This is the secret. You imagine this thing and this is it. We need to imagine without fear. Because a lot of times we're like, oh, this would be lovely, but, oh, this would be lovely, but, and then we talk ourselves out of what we actually desire because we're not living from that place of heart openness and that place of love. So you need to imagine it and feel it as if it's already yours. Imagine it as if it's yours already. Start creating space in your life as if you want that. Like, say, for example, if you want a relationship, sleeping in the center of the bed, you're literally saying to the universe, I'm no space in my bed for somebody. So you sleep on the edge of the bed. Certain things like this, you open up your space. If if you want to buy new clothes, but there's no space in your wardrobe, you need to make space to manifest in those clothes. And that's what I did as well, because there was all old stuff in my wardrobe, there was no room, so I got rid of stuff, and then I ended up manifesting in more stuff. This is it. We need to manifest things as if we already have them. Prepare our lives as if we have them. Certain things like jobs, if you're chasing a job and fearing oh, when am I going to get a job, when am I going to get this, when am I going to get that, you're literally living in a mentality of lack. But when you start to say it, this is beautiful about gratitude journals, you don't actually just have to say thank you for what you already have. You say thank you for your future manifestations as if they're already yours. And I remember this, writing stuff down, thank you for this, thank you for this, thank you for this, as if it was already mine. And then a few months later, or even a year later, reading that journal and going, wow, I have all that stuff now, but I wrote that as if I didn't, as if I already did have it. This is the power of love. And I've said this to myself before. When we live in love, we literally gravitate more love into our lives. And I don't just mean romantic or friendship or anything like that. I mean everything. Love is a frequency. When you have love for yourself and everything around you, you attract in that kind of love. And that's to do with abundance and opportunities as well. Prosperity, that's love. Everything we desire is created through love. Everything we want is created through love. But if we're living in this bubble of fear and lack, we're not going to be able to manifest the things that we truly want. And this is our fallback every time. I want this, but it's impossible. I want this, but do I deserve it? We keep putting that but in there. No, fuck that. You know what I mean? Literally, speak as if it's already yours. Say thank you as if it's already, feel it as if it's already yours. When you feel that in your heart, desire it in your heart, as if it's you're living it already, that brings it into your life quicker. And that's been my biggest block for a while when I relapse. And this is the book, The Power, it's by Rhonda Byrne as well. It's kind of a follow-on to The Secret. It literally, every second word in that book is love. And I'm grinning the whole way through it, going, I'm fuzzy and warm. That feeling of fucking love. Oh, I love it. It just feels so warm and fuzzy. And literally I started only reading it again on the 6th. And by that evening, stuff happened that really made me glow. And the next day, I manifested things that I didn't even realize I was manifesting, that kind of way. So just living in that glow is it's lovely. It's a lovely feeling, especially when you're living in fear and lack for such a long time. And we're afraid that we don't deserve our manifestations, or we're afraid that life isn't going to start moving again because we're fearing, we're blocking everything because we're not living in that love. We're living in fear. How are you supposed to manifest when you keep saying, I want this, but I can't have it because of this? That's not manifestation. We can create miracles by just imagining and believing it and feeling it as if it's already ours. We have to stop thinking, how do I do this? Or that seems impossible. Or what if it never happens? What if it does? This is the thing with quantum physics. Literally everything that we want already exists. It does exist. If you imagine it, it already exists. This is the thing. We can create something just by imagining and feeling it. And that's the thing with thoughts. We fear that our thoughts are going to come to fruition, but if you don't feel the thought, it's not going to happen. So if you have a thought that you want something and then dismiss it, It's not going to happen. It's gone. Sure, where it's gone, it's just not even there. But if you have a thought and feel it and imagine it and visualize it and get excited for it as if you already have it, this actually manifests it in so much quicker. And that's it. Like, you know, when it comes to love, especially, you know, like as in romantic love, and if you're on the twin flame journey, you'll know how many trials and, you know, tribulations we have to go through to kind of get to union. But an awful lot of the thing that we have to heal the most is our lack of self-worth and our fear of not being worthy. But if we're living in this energy of, you know, is it ever going to happen? Am I crazy? Is this real? That's kind of blocking it. And it's like, you know, that's not going to manifest in it. Obviously, that's because we have that stuff to heal. But you have to get to a place where you are in just blind faith going, I feel it in my heart and soul that it's real. And that's the thing, because it already is real. You just have to remove the blocks that are preventing you from getting there. You have to remove that fear. So, you know, next time you want something, stop, you know, blocking yourself by saying, but that sounds impossible. Or how am I going to get there? Like, you know, that's the thing with anything. You know, when I discovered I wanted to do coaching, I was like, oh my God, I was in such a bad place. I was actually relapsing. So I had a lot of internal healing to do, you know, so any step forward was scary. And the fucking how, I was like, sounds completely impossible, but I just have to believe. I have to believe that this is for me, and I have to start imagining it as if it's already mine. And that's the thing, I had to release the how, and that's the beauty of it. You know, we release the how. We get to get rid of that fear part by literally just going, I want this, and believing it and feeling it as if it's already yours. And release the how. Because if we keep saying how, when, you know, we're going to literally, we're blocking that manifestation. We have to understand it's not impossible. Impossible breaks up as I'm possible. So everything that you actually want is possible. All you have to do is imagine, feel, and receive. And they're the 3 key words that I took from the book. I'm only halfway through it at the moment, but that's it. Imagine, feel, and receive. When you live in that love bubble and imagine from a place of love, feel it as if it's already yours, it brings it in quicker. And that's beautiful. I can feel, like, even just reading that book, like, because obviously, as I said, I had major heart blocks and I've been working on them every single day. But even reading that book, I swear to God, my heart just feels like it's just exploding with love, you know. And over the last couple of days, I'm just bursting again with love. And it feels so good. And I just, you know, it when you live in that love as well, it removes the fear. You know, it gives you this blind faith, you know, and some people might think that's a little bit crazy, that, you know, because there's a phrase that people used to use. It's like, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Fuck off. No, because that's really lack mentality. No, the one I like is it should not be a plan B, because it distracts from plan A. And that is the way we should be living. We shouldn't be going, I'm going to do this, but if it doesn't work out, I'll do something else. Come on, how are you supposed to manifest like that? Like, you're literally saying, I want this, but, you know, maybe I'm not good enough, so if I fail, I'm just going to do something else. No, stop distracting from your desires by saying that, oh, I want this, but if it doesn't work out. No, that's not how we manifest. We imagine, we feel, and we receive. And this is the magic of love. And this is when you live with an open heart and an open heart chakra. When you live in this bubble of love, people might think you're crazy. I don't give a shit. Call me crazy. It just feels so magical. You know what I mean? I'm waking up every morning and I don't have, like, you know, there was mornings I was waking up, especially before Christmas, because I was going through a lot of healing. And it's like a kind of a frustrated energy, you know, just kind of like, oh, I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this. And I was kind of like, oh God, you know, kind of just like, oh, I don't feel motivated and all this kind of stuff. But now I'm just waking up and it's just like, you know, today's going to be a good day. And it is. If you wake up and say, I'm going to have a shit day, I hope, like if you, like it's simple words, like saying I have a bad relationship with my boss, it's going to create more bad relationships with your boss. But if you start saying, I have a good relationship with my boss, I have a good relationship in work, my work life is good, your work life is going to start getting better. But if you're fearing going into work every day, your life is not going to get better. You're literally going to have a shit day. And this is the fear manifestation as well. You ever notice that if something goes wrong and then you're like, oh, I had a run of bad luck. And I've seen this. Literally, you fail once and you're like, oh my God, this is a shit day. And then everything after that goes to fucking shit because of your mindset. Not because everything is bad luck. It's because you actually went into a spiral because one thing went wrong. But if you can see a solution in every problem and start going, this is a good day, there's a solution to every problem, literally, I can fix this. And you can just manifest all the good things on top of the good things. Like, call it lucky syndrome, whatever you want to call it. But literally, like, just believe it. Say I'm going to have a good day, you're going to have a great day. I woke up in a little bit of fear yesterday because the weather is so bad and I had to drive, and, I was afraid of the roads. But the more I feared, I was like, oh my God, Jesus, I'd manifest something bad. So I read that book, a little bit of that book before I left, and I had a great day out. I drove and everything was safe and I went for a walk and everything and I came back and everything was lovely. And it ended up actually being a really nice afternoon rather than me, scared shitless about driving. I just changed my mindset and I ended up having a really, really nice morning or afternoon. So this is it. Just change the way you think. Stop thinking, I've had a run of bad luck today, because one thing after the other, once you get into that mindset, you're going to manifest that bad luck. But if you live in love with this big bubble of love energy, everything just goes right all the time. And that's it. Really does go right all the time. And this, simple things, just you can manifest better by living in love instead of fear. When I'll speak about my cat again. When she first came, she was so shy. And, I had such heart blocks. I was like, oh, she hates me. And because of my heart blocks, she was more shy and still very distant. When the blocks came down, the two of us are the best of friends now, and she's nuts. She's not shy anymore. She's a crazy cat. But we're literally cuddling on the couch every day. She's loving me and I'm loving her because I lived in a different frequency than the start. And this is it. We can manifest anything we desire if we stop fearing the worst. That's all we have to do. Stop fearing the worst and start believing in the best, because I promise you, that is yours. It's already yours. You just need to believe in it. What is it again? Imagine, feel, and receive. That's all we have to do. Imagine with love, feel with love, and then we get to receive with love. And that's how magic our manifestations can be. They can come in so much quicker if we live with an open heart. And it's already yours, and it's coming. It's coming. All we have to do is just imagine, feel, and receive. Live your life like that. Imagine, feel, and receive. Feel it. And the exciting thing? You get to feel it as if it's already yours before you get it. So you get to actually double up on having this thing in your life, because you get to feel it as if it's yours now. And then you manifest it and you get to feel it for real. So you get all the magic all at once. So just imagine, feel, and receive. The power of love is the greatest frequency and power we have. We literally have magic at our fingertips if we live in love. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a discovery call today. I would love nothing more than to help you on your path.